Here we have Dr. Sukumar. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So on behalf of the Houston Zoo, here we are at the Asia Society of Houston, and we are here to talk about elephants. And you've been studying elephants since the 70s. You've got 3 books as well as over 50 publications. So you're like the Jane Goodall of elephants. So, in Asia, there's, the snow leopard, you got the tiger, you got the Indian rhino. Why did you choose this sacred, holy animal?
Well, I think, when you look at the potential of the Asian elephant for conservation of biological diversity in Asia, I think it's much greater. It goes much beyond that of the snow leopard or the tiger. It's not just that Asian elephants are an integral part of Asia's rich tropical forests and its biodiversity, but at the same time, elephants have been a part of our culture for several thousand years, and there's been a unique relationship between elephants and people in Asia, and that is a relationship that I believe has, never arisen in the past with any other animal, with humans, and it's unlikely to arise in the future with any other creature. So I think this fascinating combination of the Asian elephant being not only a part of or an icon for conservation of Asia's rich biological diversity, as well as the fact that the elephant has shared a unique relationship with people, which means that it's ingrained in the culture of Asian people. That this is a unique combination that makes it a fascinating creature for study and for conservation purposes.
And with you saying that humans have a great relationship with the elephants, with that being said, human settlement. A lot of people are moving in, and 20% of the world's population of humans live around these elephants. And with that being said, they're being isolated, and these animals are stuck. And and also with poaching, what do they poach for? They want the tusks, so they're going for the males, which cuts off the sex ratio to males, the females.
Yeah, that's right. I think the big challenge that we face today is how to conserve Asian elephants, in smaller fragmented landscapes. So here is where I feel that you need to take a landscape approach, because in a country like India has been populated for a very long time, and the irony of India is not that we have 1.1 billion people, but the fact that we still have 30,000 elephants in the wild, and more than 3,000 elephants in captivity. So I think there are real challenges there that, if we are able to sort out how we are able to regulate land use, how we can plan for conservation at the scale of an entire landscape and conserve wild elephants, I think that will be a lesson for many other societies, many other countries that are in a stage of development today. At the same time, coming around to the issue of poaching, yes, poaching, there has been selective poaching of male elephants. This was a phenomenon especially during the 1980s and 1990s, and this distorted the male-female ratio in many regions, especially in southern India. But fortunately, in the last decade, poaching is under control, and the ratios are coming back to near natural. They are in the process of coming back to natural male-female ratios. So I'm very optimistic that the elephant, because we still have fairly large numbers of elephants in some of our landscapes, and therefore the elephant will survive as a species.
Cool. Thank you so much for having the opportunity for me to interview you. And you've got this book. It's called The Story of Asia's Elephant. There we go. So tell me a little bit about this book.
I've always felt that if you have to plan for the conservation of the Asian elephant, you need to have a deep appreciation of the past. You need to really understand the depth of and the variety of the elephant-human relationship over time. And therefore I set upon this task of really looking at this relationship, from the Stone Age to the present. I have tried to look at, the relationship during the time of the Indus Valley civilization and during the Vedic period, how the elephant became sacred in Buddhism, how it became an icon, a religious icon in Hinduism, the form of Ganesha, what did the elephant mean to the Islamic rulers of the country subsequently, and then to the British when the British ruled India for about 2 centuries or so, and then post-independence, what's the story? So I really try to cover this relationship, the cultural relationship of the elephant over time in this volume. At the same time, I've looked for depictions of the elephant in art through time, and many of these images obviously are known, but there are many other images that have never been published before, and I have my own interpretations. For instance, most people think that Hannibal, who took these 37 elephants across the Alps, had only African elephants, but there is evidence that he had at least one Asian elephant, and the evidence is there in this book, in the form of images that actually show that he almost certainly had an Asian elephant with him. So this was in some sense, a voyage of discovery for me to understand the nature of the elephant-human relationship over time. And that's what I try to depict in this book, honestly,
Cool.
as honestly as possible.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and also that the key biological species of the forest of Asia are elephants, which that adheres with you being a botanist. How tell me about the relationship with the plants that you study with elephants,
Yeah.
with them being
Yeah, you see, the thing, Asian elephants are quite adaptable. They are found everywhere from tropical rainforest through tropical deciduous forest to grasslands in Asia. And I very strongly believe that by setting aside land for elephants, by planning at the scale of landscapes for elephant conservation, you are going to conserve a significant proportion of Asia's rich biological diversity. Now, if you look at the role of the elephants in the local ecology, you will find that a number of different plants are probably dependent on elephants for their dispersal. At the same time, elephants cause a lot of change to the habitat, to the forest.
yeah.
And a number of other smaller creatures depend on, benefit from this action that the elephants make. Elephants may push down a large tree, and the leaves of those trees that might be unavailable to smaller animals now become available for them. Elephants, during a drought, elephants go and dig for water in a dry stream bed, and smaller creatures can come and drink from this. So elephants are very much a part of the tropical landscape, its ecology. A number of other species are interconnected with the elephant, and by saving elephants, we can save Asia's biological diversity.
There you have it. This guy knows elephants. Here we have Raman Sukumar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to hear your lecture.
Thank you.
See ya.